Who knew that this was an iconic photo location based in the metropolis of Johannesburg? Now, Johannesburg might not be the jaw-dropping photo spots location conveyor belt that is Cape Town, but it still hosts an incredible number of photo spots that are perfect for capturing intimate couple shoots or also just upgrading your Instagram account. So here are the top 10 Johannesburg photo shoot locations, and stay tuned to the end of the video if you want to find out more about the location in the thumbnail. The first one is a real eye roll because it is such a popular location in Joburg, and that is Northcliffe Hill. Now, most people will know this for its incredible sunsets, its amazing kind of felt like look, and its unbelievable view over the whole of Johannesburg city, a full 360-degree view actually. Now, I don't want to speak about the sunset time here. I want to speak about sunrise times, which I think this location is highly underutilized in. It has probably some of the most spectacular sunrises in the city, mainly because of that 360-degree view. Plus, at sunrises, you aren't going to get the full crowds there, and the light hitting that soft grass is just really so beautiful. When it is busy, if you are choosing to have a sunset time, you may need to pack a pair of walking shoes because the parking can get pretty atrocious. If you are having to park down on the street, you are going to have to walk up quite a steep hill. So if you plan on wearing heels for the shoot, maybe carry them in hand and pack a pair of sneakers just to walk to the photo spots to begin with. So this spot's completely free to use. You don't need to pay any kind of parking or anything like that. All you need to do is arrive, enjoy your photo shoot, and enjoy the amazing gallery that you have afterwards. Now let's take a look at option number 2, which is Keys Art Mile. This one has started to become a lot more popular recently. And I'm not speaking about just the street location, which has amazing kind of modern looking buildings. It's got quite a nice big art scene, but I also want to speak about actually jumping into some of the nearby galleries or perhaps even some of the nearby bars that are there. You can get an incredible amount of variety at this location, and you are going to get a big modern type feel, and it would be a good idea to bring your classiest outfit for this. Now, in terms of the different spots within Keys Art Mile that I suggest you take a look at, we've got the Everett Gallery, which sometimes allows people there. We've got the Circuit Gallery, which you can also ask for permission to go and take some photos in. And then lastly, in terms of bars, I highly suggest Marble, which is a high-end restaurant and bar and has such a nice, elegant feel to it. Now, you can't just go and shoot there at any time of day. You do need to go and ask for permission, and they may ask you to come in before they actually open up to the public. That way, you can still go and take some photos while they're setting up, but before people actually arrive there. So some of the pros, it's got incredibly striking backgrounds, it's got amazing variety, and it is actually free as well. There isn't any parking, and if you get there early enough, there is a little parking lot that has a secure parking for you to park in. Next, we have 27 Boxes based in Melville. Now, this is basically a flea market of shipping containers that have all been painted different colors. It is incredibly striking, and it's also got a really nice artsy feel to it. Now, Melville has had a bit of a reputation for being a slightly unsafe area, but if you go during the daytime, usually there are enough people there where it does feel safe, and I believe that there are security actually walking around as well. Now, the photos that you can get here are definitely worth the risk. Mind you that the risk isn't so great anyways, but it's an incredibly fashion-forward kind of location, and you can get some amazingly striking photos there. Now, there's also no cost for this. However, you will need to be considerate of the actual shop owners there. Some of them may not be so happy with you taking photos in and around their shops, so it may be a good idea just to ask for permission for the surrounding shops when you are taking photos. Delta Park is the next one, and this one is a huge favorite of mine. Not only was it part of my usual running track, but it also has some incredible sunsets with the sun sitting on the tall grass that you have there. Now, at certain times of the year, they also have cosmos blooms, and they've got huge fields of just white and pink cosmos available there, and it is a photographer's delight. You cannot go wrong with Delta Park. And there are multiple different locations within the park that are perfect for photos. You do have some kind of like shaded woodland areas, you've got some open grass fields areas, and you can actually go and see a bit of the Sandton skyrise and Rosebank skyrise as well in the background too. So you get some nice juxtaposition of the two different worlds from this one park. Now, this one's also free. I believe it's accessible from sunrise to sunset, And the only downside is that your shoes are going to be getting a little bit dusty. So perhaps bring a pair of walking shoes and then change into your shoot shoes when you get to the spot. 44 Stanley is up next. This one is a favorite of mine, and not just because they have the best cheesecake in the world at Salvation Cafe, which is hosted at 44 Stanley, but also because it's got an incredible, like, artsy kind of modern look to it. And it is filled with coffee shops that give you very much a European kind of feel. Now, once again, you may need to go and ask for permission for certain shops just to go and take photos in front of them or in the shops. Most of the ones that I've seen have been quite accommodating, but something that you do need to take note of is that you need a photo permit in order to take any photos in and around 44 Stanley. So if you are a pretty fashion conscious couple, you have quite striking, elegant fashion that you want to show off, this might be a really nice location for you. Plus, you can go and get a fantastic coffee and cheesecake afterwards. One downside I do need to mention though is that it can get quite busy. This is like the cafe capital of Johannesburg. So definitely keep that in mind when planning the time of day that you want to go take these photos at. Okay, next up, this one is quite a unique one, and I haven't actually done a shoot there myself, but I am dying to do it. It is Gold Reef City. So most people will know this for the incredible theme park rides. They'll know it for the casino, but why not actually go and take some photos with inside the theme park itself? You do not need any kind of photo permits. You are allowed to go take photos there. However, you will still need to pay your usual entrance. Now, there is a park rider fee and there is a park non-rider fee. I'm not sure exactly what the prices are because they change them so regularly, but you could go in under a non-park rider fee and then just go and take photos all and around the theme park. Now, this one you can create a pretty cool scene with. Think about wearing a cute little carnival dress, having a bit of cotton candy in hand, posing in front of the Ferris wheel. That sounds like an absolute vibe of a photo shoot to me. So if any couple wants to book a shoot at Gold Reef City, please hit me up. Next up, we've got Sandton City, and more particularly the Sandton City rooftop of the mall. Now, this is technically a parking lot, but it is a rooftop parking, completely open air that is surrounded by all the tall buildings in Sandton. Now, this is particularly beautiful during sunset because you get all the golden lights reflecting all of these glass buildings, and it just makes for some incredibly lit photos that are usually quite golden in their look, and it's got a really nice clean look because not many people actually go and park up there. Now, in terms of the cost of this, you are just going to be paying for your parking fee, which I think is like 10 Rand for an hour. So go and make the most of it. This is a really popular spot for photographers. However, it's a big enough location that you are never going to be battling for locations or for spots at this specific parking lot. Avianto is up next. Now, this is actually a wedding venue, but many of the couples that I've shot weddings for there have actually gone and asked if we can do an engagement shoot there as well. Now, what I like so much about this venue is that it's got such a nice variety of the type of photos that you can have there. It's got very much an Italian kind of luxury vibe to it. So you can go take photos at all these kind of Tuscany style houses that are basically the hotel rooms for the venue. It's also got a hiking and running trail and biking trail too. So there is a nice bit of greenery that you can go and take photos in there. And they've got these really cute like little bridges with padlocks on and arches and little water streams and really nice elegant stairs to go and take photos on. So there is so much variety, and you could easily spend multiple hours with a couple taking photos there. Now, if you are getting married at Avianto, I believe that they will let you go and do the engagement shoot there for free. If you are not getting married there and you would just like to go and book an engagement shoot, you will need to go and pay a photo permit fee, which when I last checked was about 550 Rand. Something else to consider is that it is based in Mildersdrift, so it's a little bit of a way outside of Joburg, probably about 30 minutes to 40 minutes depending on which part of Joburg you live in, but definitely worth the drive. So next up we've got Bryanston Forest, which after Northcliffe Hill is probably the most popular photo spot in all of Joburg. It is a pine tree forest, very small actually when you see it, but it has the opportunity to create incredible photos with the late afternoon sun coming through the trees. You can get the stereotypical God rays coming through if you know how to manage those settings on your camera right, and you can have multiple different photo styles aided towards this venue. So if you shoot quite moody, if you like the more light and airy kind of style, this venue suits both of them. and you can create incredible looking galleries that will suit most couples' wants. Now, because it is just off of William Nicol Drive, it is super accessible, but it can be quite busy. So it makes sense to try and go and find a little spot of the venue or the location that you want to hold out for your photos. And maybe just sit with that so that no other photographers or other people get in the way. Okay, next we have the Wilds Nature Reserve, and this is another incredible looking park for you to go and take some photos at. Now, what is quite unique about this one is that it is essentially two parks with a bridge going over a very busy road in the middle. So this creates some nice variety in that you can have some incredible photos within the amazing foliage in the parks there, but you can also go and create photos on this really picturesque little bridge that's got some nice views of Sandton and the city of town in there. One thing that this venue aids really nice too is if you want to have a kind of picnic style shoot. So tell your couple to bring a picnic blanket, a basket, maybe some snacks, and then you've got some incredible props to create an amazing gallery with. Now, there are no costs involved with shooting here. However, you will need a photo permit, which is free to collect. And I believe you just need to go and call into the office and just arrange for it. They do have security there at the parking. So if they see that you have a bag with you, they are going to go ask and search it. And if they see a camera in there, they will go and ask you if you've got the photo permit, and they'll actually have their own file of people who are listed to go and take photos there that day. Okay, I know I said 10 locations, but we have got a couple bonus locations to take a look at. Now, these first two bonus locations are actually not in Joburg. They are in Pretoria, so just 1 hour or less away, but definitely worth a mention. The first one is the Pretoria Union Buildings. This is a must-do for anyone in and around Pretoria, and it's even worth traveling to Pretoria for. I've done quite a few graduation shoots there. It is my very first ever shoot that I did with my very first camera. I took some photos there with my girlfriend, who is now my wife, and my sister. They took some photos together, and I absolutely love it. The view there is incredible. The buildings are so incredible, and it's got some really nice gardens there too. Now, it can get very busy, so once again, try get there early, but the sunsets there are just wow, and the view there is just immaculate. Okay, our second bonus location is in Pretoria East. It is Rosemary Hill Farm, and it is more than likely you have already seen this location on Instagram. It is such a popular location for engagement shoots. And I actually had my own engagement shoot there, and I absolutely love it. Now, I believe they've actually gone and upgraded the venue since I had my engagement shoot. So there are even more photo spots that you can go and take photos at there. Now, just in terms of what you can expect, they've got the golden long grass that you can take photos in. They've got some amazing like wooden walkways or boardwalks that cross over waterways. They've got a greenhouse, which has got just green shade cloth over it, but hitting the right light, it actually looks like a grass greenhouse. And then they've also got the wedding venues there as well. So you can go and take photos in and amongst those. Now, I'm doing a shoot there this weekend, so I cannot wait to go and take some updated photos there. And I'll definitely be showing everyone the photos once they're done. Now, in terms of costs, it doesn't cost anything to go and park there. It does cost a little bit to get there. It is a little bit out of the way, so you are going to have to factor in fuel costs. I believe there is a 10 Rand toll gate that you'll have to pass through, and then you do need to pay for a photo permit as well. Now, at the time of recording this, it is a 650 Rand permit, and that gets you 2 hours of shoot time. However, the good news there is that they don't book multiple photographers at once. So you will have full reign of the whole venue for those 2 hours, and you're not going to have to battle it with other photographers or other couples. One more thing that I do need to mention, and this is a little bit of a downside, is that after the toll gate to the actual entrance to the venue, there is quite a rough dirt road. It's not something that you need a 4x4 for, but you can do it on your normal car. You will just need to go a little bit slowly, and don't rush it in case you pop a tire or anything like that. Okay, it is now time for our last bonus location. So this is the one from the thumbnail. It is a mine dump in Benoni, and you can get the most incredible photos there because there is kind of like a wall of sand or like kind of yellowy rock that just reflects the light so perfectly. Now, it is not busy at all. In fact, it can be quite isolated, and that is where the downside here comes. So unfortunately, at some of the mine dumps, which have become quite popular for people to take photos at, it has become a little bit unsafe to go there. So I've heard some stories about photographers being held up, about their gear being stolen, and unfortunately, I've heard of crimes even worse than that as well hitting the news. So if you really must go, you need to go and bring a couple people with you just so that you can have an extra pair of eyes out. Keep the cars close so that you can easily make a getaway. But at the same time, enjoy the photos while you're there and do not stay too long. Now, when I went, I did have another set of eyes come just take a look for me. It was another photographer who gave me the same warning that I'm giving you now. So I definitely had to have someone come along and just watch out. We stayed there for about half an hour and I got the most incredible photos of this couple, and they're photos that I think I'll never be able to replicate, which is sad, but at the same time, it makes them incredibly special as well. So there we have our top most Instagrammable spots in Johannesburg, the top spots for you to go and take your engagement shoot, your couple shoot, or to go and upgrade your Instagram account. So if there are any that I missed out, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear all of your secret spots as well. And at the same time, let me know which is your favorite and which one you are most excited to go take a look at next. So leave a like if you found this helpful. Leave a like if you have picked out a new venue that you cannot wait to go and take some photos at. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care and bye-bye.